Hi ladies, I'm Brittany.
And I'm Leah. Today we're going to do the 50 random things tag, but the way we're going to do it is 25 and 25. So, there you go.
We'll break them up for you so you don't get bored.
Yes, hopefully. Okay, so I play guitar, hooray. Not very well enough that I can play a song, but I'm not like, okay. Let's see, I don't have a favorite color. I like a lot of colors and I dislike a few, but like I don't have like a genuine favorite.
You tend towards purple.
I do tend towards purple a lot, but I can't say with full confidence it is my favorite, so okay. I feel weird if my nails aren't painted. Like if I actually touch my naked nails, I'm like, ew, it's like grody. It just feels weird because I've gotten so used to the smooth. I can't stand it.
A buffer would help you out there.
But I don't like that because then my nails get all thin. My nails aren't that thick to begin with. So, okay. I constantly and chronically want to cut off all my hair, but I never do it because I dream about it a lot. No, this is really weird.
And then people like me are like, no.
Yeah, don't do that. Nobody wants me to cut my hair, but I'm just like, it's on me all the time.
Well, but the thing is, you want to cut your hair.
Right.
You don't want to you wouldn't in the middle of the night. She'll be like, I want to cut my hair.
Yeah.
And
myself.
That's never good. How you gonna get the back? You have a mullet.
Okay.
Yeah. So people like me talk her out of it.
Right.
I can see you with really short hair, but you need to go to a pro.
No.
See?
Wait, I think that's 5.
Okay. And I'll give you 5 now. I am the oldest of 6. I have 3 sisters below me and then a brother and then a newly adopted little sister who is actually younger than my son. So there are 5 girls and 1 boy. My parents always wanted 6 kids and they got them. I'm the oldest. I don't like lipstick. I don't like it. I haven't found any that the formula I love. I'm actually wearing it right now because I wanted to wear this color. This is Merle Norman Lip Pencil Plus Persian Lilac. It's the color I wore on my wedding day, and I've got lip gloss over it. But I feel like it's always drying. Mm-hmm. I always feel like there's just this weird, I don't like it. I stick with lip gloss. Anyways, I read like crazy, and I always have, and my mom has when I was a kid, we have to go to the grocery store for something, and I'd be reading as I cross the street, and she's had pull me back from being hit by a car. I'm always reading. When I eat, if I eat by myself, I have to have something to read constantly. I read 30 to 50 books a year. The only year I haven't done that is the year I had my son, I think, because I was a new mom. I'm like, I'm not reading anything but parenting books here. And yeah, at least 30, if not 50 or more. I have worked in Merle Norman. I think I mentioned that before, but I worked there for a few years when I was in college and around the time I got married, and I learned a lot about makeup application. You wouldn't know it from looking at me right now. But I also built up a big collection of stuff, and we got free product every week. Our owner was great. We got 5 free full size products every week, and I was there for years. So
wow.
My friend that worked there with me, that was my manager, who I went to high school with, she hired me. She has everything that they ever released in all those years. But it was really nice, and I enjoyed it. I actually got a job offer at Lancome. When I was at Merle Norman, because I had worked at Merle Norman, so I had some experience, but this happened to be the same time that I was starting my medical program in school, and it would never work out with my schedule. So I would love to be able to say I worked at Lancome too, but I haven't. And number 5, I am a trained monkey. My parents put us in lessons, not over the top like people do now, but for 25 years ago, we did a lot. I did ballet, tap, jazz, all different kinds of dance for years and years. I loved it. I used to dream that I would be a professional dancer one day. Then we moved to the middle of nowhere, and I had no dance lessons anymore. I gained a lot of weight and lost all talent. Anyways, I've also done voice lessons, acting. I did some modeling, very low-key. Didn't actually get hired for anything worth noting when I was very little, 5 and 6. Did cheerleading, did pageants, so the whole performing thing, and that is coming out in my son so much. And the way that I'm when we're around people and he has a new trick, I'm hey, show him how you can do whatever, because that's just that's that's what I grew up doing and knowing and like performing for people. And I think it's first child syndrome too. There's a little bit of that, like the show off thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's 5 for me.
Okay. Okay. Deep breath. Okay.
We have a whole list here.
I know. I'm like trying to find a spot. I'm like, oh no. I'll just throw in and take one out. That I also did dancing. I took lessons from the time I was 3 till I was 13. I quit because of my feet. It was the year that we were going on to Point, and I have really ridiculously weird shaped toes. And the owner of the company actually came over and like grabbed my feet, and she was like, "You're a beautiful dancer, but your feet are going to be a problem. And so you might not be able to do Point, but please don't stop dancing because of this." I quit dancing because of it, and I've regretted it.
I have had nightmares at the loss of that part of my life.
Yes.
At like not being able to do those things because seriously, like a lot of little girls dream that they're going to be whatever,
Yeah.
especially now with all the TV dance shows. But
Yeah.
like that was seriously
Yeah.
like, was my only goal.
Yeah.
And then when we moved and it was over, it was over. In college, I actually picked up
Yeah, I
like
did
dance
too.
classes in the morning, and it was like with 50-year-old women who'd been doing it forever, and they were so much more talented than me
Yeah.
because I had like a 10-year gap where I didn't do
Right.
anything. I was like, it's over. This part of my life is gone.
I know.
It's
I know.
sad.
It is sad.
Really
So
is.
if you're dancing and you're young, stick with it.
And if you have a kid and they are doing something they love,
Yes.
they really genuinely love, do whatever you can to
Well,
help them along.
Yes. I could talk about this for 20 minutes. So that's okay. The end. I have a love-hate relationship with romantic comedies. I love them. They're funny and hilarious, and they're sweet and all that stuff. So all like my girliness comes out, and then I hate them because I'm bitter. The next random thing about me, I'm divorced, and that's why. So I don't know how many. That was 3. Okay, 2 more. My favorite author is J.D. Salinger. He's the author of Catcher in the Rye, and he's just my all-time favorite. I've read every book that's been published by him. There's this random article, like novella, that was published forever ago. I've been trying to find and get my hands on because it's the only like thing left that I haven't read that's been published. And a little side note, this is actually number 6. Franny and Zoe's my favorite book. If you get a chance, pick it up.
What is that?
Franny and Zoe by J.D. Salinger. It's about a brother and a sister, and that's as much as I can say without giving it totally away. I cried hysterically at the end.
Okay,
But in a
then
good way.
It's gonna go on my list.
In a good way. It's because it's beautiful.
Okay. Gotta mark it down on Goodreads. Okay, so that was your 5 or 6 or 12 or something.
At some point.
I had my son via C-section after 28 hours of labor. It was absolutely horrendous. I actually wanted an epidural, got an epidural, it didn't work. They tried to redo it. I lost feeling in my foot, and that was it. So it was really bad. We had a lot of complications, but yeah, so I had my son via C-section, which I do have a lot of, like, not guilt or regret, but like, and again, a sense of loss.
Right.
Anyways. I remember songs really easily. Like I can hear something one time and remember a good bulk of the words the next time around. The part that I usually forget is like the first line, but then I can pick up and I'll remember almost
She
all
really
of it.
can. If like we would be shopping in a store and she's singing a song, like how do you even like it would be so
Because I came
weird
to the store 6 months
electronica.
ago and I heard it and I remembered it. I am a loser when it comes to technology. I got my first smartphone last November when I switched to Straight Talk. That's not an endorsement or anything. That's just what I did. And I was like, I have missed out on so much for so long. Like, I didn't know your phone could do all these things. I kept seeing the commercials and never believed it. But it's not that I didn't believe it. It was just like, it didn't hit me until I had it in my hand. So yeah, have a smartphone. It is a Droid. I have an obsession with Dr. Pepper. It's very unhealthy. Like obviously so it is unhealthy, but like the amount that I have consumed at different times in my life, like there was a point where I was drinking like the little bottles that are like 1.5 or 2.5 servings. I was drinking like 3 of those a day. And currently somehow it switched over to Cherry Coke. Like I'd rather have Cherry
I
Coke
love Cherry Coke.
than Dr. Pepper. But those two things, like I can give up coffee, I can give up anything else, but those things is so hard. And I have like quit soda so many times, like for months, and then gone back to them. I was married a little over 6 years ago on New Year's Eve, and we wanted to elope, but we had some family members that were gonna like have a stroke if we did that, so we decided to throw together a wedding. And the reason that we did it on New Year's Eve was because he had a brother that lived out of state, and I had a sister who lived out of state at the time. And they were going to be in the state for Christmas, so we decided to do it New Year's Eve. And pretty much the worst idea ever, because not only was it a Sunday that year, but it's like so expensive to travel. So every time we try to do a vacation, like for our anniversary, it's like twice the price of any other time of year. So if you think about getting married on New Year's Eve just for the party, don't do it.
Oh, it's mine. Okay. So, I don't like being looked at, which is weird because I'm on YouTube. But here's the thing. I don't mind someone looking at me like I'm talking to you, so obviously it's okay with me. But if I'm standing like in public, I'm waiting in line to check out at a store, and someone like looks at me and continues to look at me, it makes me so freaking angry. I just want to turn around and be like, what?
But those people are probably the people like me who are just like actually staring into space and not even realizing that they're looking at you.
Right, because I do that too, but no, it's like and especially men, like nasty looking at
I'm
me.
not leering at her. Leering.
I just want to be like, look, we're about to have some problems. Call 911 right now. You're going to need them in about 5 minutes. Okay. Also have anger issues. I really don't. My Starbucks drink is a tall decaf non-fat salted caramel mocha if they have it. If they don't, mocha. 1 mocha, 2 toffee nut. No whip with caramel drizzle on top, but it has to be decaf. I cannot have caffeine in the form of any sort of like caffeinated drink, which is weird because I'm a chocoholic. I can eat chocolate and that amount of caffeine doesn't bother me, but if I have it in a drink, it causes serious issues like heart palpitations, severe headaches, blah, blah, blah. So I'm gonna use that 4. And I have 10 chickens. And they were all named, yeah, live chickens, like laying chickens. My little hens. Cluck, cluck.
Well, that is a funny transition right into my next thing. I am like actually a 60-year-old woman inside because I do like granny stuff. Like I have a garden and I can foods and I do my own sprouts to eat and I make soap. I don't do that often. I've actually only done it once, but I have a crap ton of stuff and a lot of formulas to make soap just for the heck of making soap. Not like because I'm trying to be thrifty or even intend to sell it, but I just wanted to do it as a hobby. And probably the biggest granny thing is that I make quilts. And I've made Leah's daughter a quilt and I love it. It's like so fun and therapeutic. Quilts are easy. If you do like a basic one, it's all straight lines, but I love it, love it, love it. I make quilts and I sell them. I stopped giving them away. Like, you want to buy a quilt? You will buy a quilt. I'm not giving them away anymore. Pizza is pretty much my favorite food. I think it's the perfect food. I could eat it every day, not like the same exact pizza every day. I don't have a favorite. I love like the Mexican style fajita pizzas. I love like thin crust cheese. I love meat lovers, like all of it. I could eat pizza all the time. I think I've had it twice this week. That's weird.
I'm so hungry now.
I have been on 2 cruises. Both of them were for my anniversary. The first one was our first anniversary. Again, spent way too much money. It was like twice the price it would have been any other year. It was a 7-day thing. The second cruise, I was pregnant, and I cannot tell you enough how smart it is to go on a cruise when you're pregnant. People act like you are the queen of the world. Seriously. I was the only pregnant chick on there. It was like right before the cutoff. The cutoff's like 24 weeks or something. Like after that, there's a chance you could go into labor. They can't do anything about it. They don't want you on the boat. But yeah, I was very obviously pregnant. I loved it. The guy that was our like waiter, by the second night, he was like, he knew to bring me extra shrimp cocktail, extra rolls, extra everything. I didn't have to ask, and people would like get off the elevator to let me get on. Like not just the people that worked there, like everybody. They were like, "Oh, you're that pregnant girl." So, and well, I also did karaoke one night, like in front of everybody. So I did pregnant chick karaoke on a cruise, and so then everybody was like, "You're that pregnant girl who was singing." Like, yeah, I'm the only one. But yeah, if I ever get pregnant again, I'm going on a cruise. Like, forget all the big baby gear. I'm going on another cruise. That was awesome. I was born with jet black hair and like lots of it sticking up in all directions. So much that the doctor was like unsure of my ethnicity. Like my parents don't look like, we're just white as white can be. I don't mean that to be a racial thing, but they didn't know if I was Asian or Hispanic. I'm neither. So by the time I was 2, it was like platinum blonde. And then when I hit puberty, it started coming out like whatever this is. So I started dyeing it again. Yeah, so that's 4, I think. And I have had only 2 cars to call my own. And they have both been silver, and it drives me crazy. I think silver is so boring. It's like silver, white, and tan. Like, I don't know. Ugh. Anyways, my next car, if I can buy a car sometime soon, I would love for it to be red. I really want a red car.
You can have mine.
No. I want a red car, not a birthday car.
Okay. Okay. I love hummingbirds, like live little tiny ruby-throated hummingbirds. They're so beautiful. I literally cry when I see them. We have like bushes. We have shrimp plants. I don't know if you are in the same climate, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, hummingbirds make me cry. I think they're beautiful. They, we have at least 2 that live by my house. So they make me cry. Even thinking about them, I'm like a little choked up. Okay, so also, I'll make this one. It's also why the YouTube video of Double Rainbow makes me laugh until I'm crying, because I am that man. If I see something like so beautiful in nature, look at, oh my god, Brittany, are you serious?
No idea.
It went viral like a couple years ago. I'm gonna have to show it to you later. She'll understand after that. If you don't, personally, you need to just go Double Rainbow. Just don't watch the auto-tune. Just watch the original video. I laugh until tears are streaming down my face. Okay, little plug for that. Okay, it's not really. It's one of my favorite things to laugh at if I'm having a bad day. Double Rainbow. I love rainy days. Not drizzly days. I want it to like be raining. Thunderstorms are the best ever. I sleep so good. Okay. I like to sing. I hum all the time, like all the time, and I don't realize I'm doing it. I'll be humming, like I'm shopping at Target and I'm singing a song to myself, and I'm like,
people are looking, and that's something I hate.
It's embarrassing. Yeah, exactly. I am petrified of heights. Like, just absolutely petrified. Vertigo, so bad. Like, I'm afraid I'm going to fall off the railings because I get so dizzy. It's like, it's horrendous. I love flip-flops. I wear them all the time. Yeah, all the time. And, but I love high heels, wedges, stilettos, all that. I almost never wear them just because of where I live.
There's just like no other in between. Like, we don't wear tennis shoes. We don't wear boots. Well, you have maybe a few, right? But
I have one. I actually have 2.
it's like high heels or flip-flops.
Yeah.
That's all there is.
Not even cute sandals. Flip-flops.
Well, I do have some cute beaded sandals.
I don't anymore. I don't know what number that is, but go.
Okay. You made me think of something I was going to say, and now I don't remember what it was. Oh well. So this one goes for both of us. We are Disney World freaks. You've probably been more than I have. I've probably been like 12, 14, 16 times. I think you've probably been a lot
I've
more
been
than
going once a month since I was born.
Once a month?
It probably averages out to that, yes.
Okay.
Because there would be some months we went every single weekend.
Wow.
Which pretty much tells you about the general area we live in.
Anyways, yeah, we're freaks, and I took my son 3 times before he was a year old. Well, no, 3 times between like 10 and 12-ish months. And we're planning his trip for next year. We're not gonna have a birthday party. We're just gonna go to Disney for like a week. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Another one for me is I am a minimalist at heart. Like, it's very hard to get to where I want to be with stuff. Just excess of life. The things that you think that you need, that like society tells us that we need, or especially when you have a kid, you think you need like everything that is ever marketed, and you don't. But the older I get and the more I go through life, the more I realize the less I need, less really is more, and I just love like cleaning stuff out of my house and finding somewhere else for them to go and having like clear spaces, and it's very calming. So minimalist at heart. My thyroid has been messed up since I was, who knows how long, but at least since I was 12, that's when it was diagnosed. Had a lot of problems with it. It actually runs in families and it's very prevalent in females. Like my grandmother has it, my mom and one of her 2 sisters has it. One of my 3 biological sisters has it. I have it, but like I was diagnosed the youngest. And mine was actually hypo, so underactive. And one of the signs of that is being overweight. Well, I was like severely underweight when it was diagnosed. They never believed that could be it. But I've been treating it forever, will be treating it forever. And if you're going through that or have any questions about it, let me know, because I've been dealing with it forever. My favorite flower is calla lily. Calla lily. It's hard to say fast and understand what I'm saying, but I love them. I put them in my wedding bouquet. And my second favorite is probably tulips. I think I like and orchids. Tulips and orchids like tie for second, but like I like the kind of odd shaped, like not traditional flowers. My favorite color is orange. I love orange. And if I can't have something in orange, I want it in yellow or red, because that's the like next closest things to orange. I know orange is jarring. Everybody's like, ew, orange, but I really do love orange. Genuinely love it. And my least favorite color is probably pink. Ignore what I'm wearing.
Where did I stop? Oh, I have 2 tattoos. I have this one on my wrist and I have one on my back. They're both in Greek, New Testament Greek. The one on my back means freedom, and the one on my wrist means to believe, to trust, to obey, and to commit. And yes, they all are, it's the same word. My new favorite show is White Collar. I don't know, I think it's been out for a really long time, but I love it. I love like mystery stuff, but not so much. I hate gore and like fighting, but this is just like it's not really mystery, but like crime, like solving things. And one of the lead guys is gorgeous, so that helps. I love landscape architecture. And let me just clarify for all of you, if you ever take a class and they're like, what's landscape architecture? It's everything outside that's not a building. Where sidewalks go, where the roads go, how buildings associate with one another, that's landscape architecture. I was actually in school with it. I had medical issues, I had to withdraw. I haven't gone back yet, but it's just, it makes me cry if I see really great landscape architecture that most people don't even notice because you're not supposed to notice it. I cry a lot, okay? That's why I wear waterproof. But I love it. It's so beautiful. Okay, great. I only like to really do my hair once in a blue moon. Most of the time I end up wearing it up. I let it air dry or I'll curl it, scrunch it, but 9 times out of 10 it ends up in a bun on the top of my head. That was 4. There's almost no music that I do not like. At some point, I have liked probably, I think, every single type of music that's out there. Like, and the first time I hear it, I may not like it. Like dubstep, the first time I heard it, I was like, that just kind of sounds like a mess. I ended up liking it. So, I don't know what my problem is. I just love music altogether. Try and name one I don't like. I'll probably, you can even suggest something you hate, and I'll probably like listen to it 3 times to be like, no, it has its place. I like it. Okay, go.
I had LASIK eye surgery in 2005. I was 19. I was one of the youngest patients ever done by the doctor who did it, and he was like one of the top 3 in the whole country. And I went from not being able to see the big E, like the big E, I couldn't see it at all, to being 20/20 the next day. So yeah, pretty awesome. I sleep under a down comforter all year long, and we live in a hot climate. But like that's just what I do all year. I do not feel good if I don't have it on me. I watch televised pageants, and I really should put money on them because I can predict, if not the winner, like I usually get the winner. I can predict at least 8 of the top 10 and at least 4 of the top 5.
That's really
almost
impressive.
every single time. That just shows you that I care way too much about this stuff. And I have like a million pictures of my son, and I haven't developed a single picture of him ever since he's been born. None at all. Because I take them, put them on my computer, put them on Facebook, store them, back them up on a CD, do all that. But now I have like this overwhelming amount. I'm like, I don't have $300 to spend on film development. So yeah, I haven't developed any. But I do Shudder Blood books. And my last one, most important, and this goes for Leah too, is we are Christians, we are born again, saved by the blood of Jesus, and we believe that we're going to heaven, and there's only one way there. So that's it for our 50 things about us. If we'd had 50 about each of us, we'd have had to cry because this was hard to get this many.
Yeah.
But we hope you enjoyed and learned a little bit more about us.
And tell us a little bit about yourselves and jot down. All right, have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.